When it comes to treadmills, it often feels like you have to choose between speed and space. But what if you could have both? Well, that is exactly what we're going to find out today as we take a look at the Home Fitness Code Q8 Pro Folding Treadmill. As some of you will know, I recently reviewed my under-desk treadmill and I genuinely like it. Seriously, I do. My only real issue was that it could not go much faster than a steady jog. So now Home Fitness Code have sent me the Q8 Pro Folding Treadmill, which not only reaches higher speeds of up to 14 km per hour, but also offers a 20% incline, a large easy to read display, preset programs, and all while still aiming to remain a space-saving machine. But is it better than an under-desk walking pad? Well, let's find out. First of all, the treadmill arrived in a large and rather heavy box, which, to be fair, was expected. Everything inside, however, was well packaged and protected during transit, with plenty of foam surrounding the machine and all the accessories securely stored. Inside the box, you get the Q8 Pro Folding Treadmill, 4 screw-in bolts, 2 column side covers, 1 safety cord, 1 wrench or Allen key, a small tub of silicone oil, and finally 1 set of instructions. And with that, the mighty Q8 Pro is unleashed, ready for me to don my running legs and sweat. Yes, I do sweat a lot. Anyhow, getting back to this beast, the first thing worth mentioning is that although it is a hideaway treadmill, it is considerably heavier than I expected. In fact, it weighs just over 35 kilos. Of course, it can still be lifted if needed, but it's not exactly easy unless you just happen to be Mr. Universe. Luckily, it does come with built-in wheels, which makes it surprisingly easy to roll around. The build quality should not be sniffed at either, as it is actually pretty decent. Don't get me wrong, it's not a premium A-grade gym piece of equipment, but it is definitely up there for a folding home treadmill. To set up the Q8 Pro, you just lay the treadmill flat, pull up the arms with the shelf as far as they will go, and then lift the display into your desired position between 90 and 180 degrees. You then take the 2 large screws, gently insert them into the lower front side of each arm, and then twist until everything is secure. The smaller screws then go into the bar underneath the control shelf, helping to keep it steady whilst you run or use it for balance. Once everything is set up and ready to go, it is time to look at what is on offer for your running needs. Starting with the large touchscreen display, this gives you access to your speed, your distance, calories burned, as well as time. And not forgetting the controls for the actual speed, the incline, and the 12 preset workout modes. It's nice and bright too, and I have to admit, I think it looks pretty neat. There are also 2 beverage holders for adequate fluid replenishment, before moving on to the handles, where you will find speed adjustment buttons on the right and incline adjustment buttons on the left. Both handles also include heart rate sensors, giving you that extra bit of reassurance to make sure that you are not overexerting yourself. But now let's check the parts that you'll be mainly using, and that is of course the running belt. Now this is a 5-layer anti-slip mat combined with 2 silicone shock absorbers underneath for extra comfort and of course noise reduction. And overall the mat does feel like a premium piece of material. Of course I'm no rubber expert, however it feels hardworking and very durable. And when it comes to noise, well, I'm happy to report that it is fairly quiet, coming in at around 50 decibels. Don't get me wrong though, if someone is maybe sitting next to you trying to watch TV or read a book, they probably will not be quite so happy. That is also a little hint for anyone planning to use one of these whilst living above someone with hollow floors. Underneath treadmill you have additional rubber stoppers, plus the previously mentioned wheels, which make it very easy to roll around. Very, very easy, I might add. To activate the Q8 Pro, you plug in the power cord and then press the main red switch next to it. This basically arms the device like some kind of supercomputer. At this point you need to grab the magnetic safety key and click it into place on the main display dashboard. This has to be done, otherwise the machine just won't work. safety comes first. Before jumping straight on though and pretending you are in some kind of motivational fitness montage, it is worth checking the belt alignment, just making sure everything else is secure and reading through the manual. I understand nobody enjoys reading manuals, but with something moving underneath your feet at speeds of up to 14 kilometers per hour, I think it's probably worth giving it at least a quick look. But now that's my first impressions out of the way, let's see what this machine can actually do once it's powered up and let loose. With the power, safety key and belts all sorted, you can now begin your workout by simply pressing the buttons on the screen or using the controls on the grips. But let's get serious. First of all, the run is amazingly comfortable. You feel secure, you feel relaxed, and you can really concentrate on your form instead of dodging bystanders like you would if you were outside. The 5-layered mat does feel higher quality compared to my walking pad as well. Almost thicker, as you could say, so it's more absorbing of my feet. Plus the running area is large enough too, so you don't have to constantly worry about where your feet are landing. As for the noise level whilst running, I would say it's about as loud as you would expect a large treadmill to be. Maybe a tad quieter. But the one thing I will criticise when it comes to noise is the constant beeping every time you press a button. It just takes away a little from the relaxed running experience because everyone can hear what you are doing. Don't get me wrong though, it's not deafening or anything like that, I just don't really see the need for it. Apart from that though, the touchscreen is very simple to use and very easy to navigate around. You have a good range of options to play around with, and the touch sensitivity does feel just about right. Of course, the real winning feature of this machine though is its 20% automatic incline, which is now something I can't live without since I've tried it. Whether you're running, walking or planning your workout, with the simple press of a button or tap of the screen, you can make your session noticeably harder as the treadmill rises in small increments. What I like to do personally though is to leave the incline off until the end of my run, and then switch it on so I have to find that last bit of energy and willpower to keep going. Yes, it is tough, but it does feel brilliant once you push through and finish. So are there any downsides to owning such an impressively simple, do-it-all running machine? For me, yes, and that is the weight. I know 35 kilos is still very lightweight for this type of treadmill, but I was hoping for a little more freedom when it came to storage. Because our couch is too low to slide this underneath, so I originally planned to keep this upstairs, in this very room, like I did with my walking pad. But carrying this beast up and down the stairs each morning may be a decent arm workout, but it is also very off-putting when all you want to do is set this up and run. And that means I have to keep it in our cloakroom, which also means it gets in the way of all our coats. There's also this slight problem with leaving sweaty fingerprint marks all over the nice display. But luckily, even though these are expected, it can be easily wiped off with just a simple wipe. So overall, is the Q8 Pro the right treadmill for you? Especially if you already have or are considering a walking pad? Well, for me, if you want speed and foldability with the added bonus of automatic incline, then the Q8 Pro is a no-brainer. If the incline is not something for you though, then maybe you can always check out the standard Q8 version instead, which is very similar but also cheaper. Generally though, I really like this machine. Yes, it is bigger and yes, it is bulkier, but that feels like a small price to pay for the extra pace and incline that my walking pad simply cannot offer. I think it looks good, it feels good, and the whole idea of folding down to just 16 centimeters in height works very well. The weight and the beeping aren't minor personal hiccups, but thanks to all the extra features the Q8 Pro provides, I suppose you could say that these hiccups are not just outweighed over time, but also eventually outrun. And there we go, that was my review for the Home Fitness Code Q8 Pro folding treadmill. and I hope this video has been of some use to you. However, just a quick disclaimer that although Home Fitness Co did send this treadmill for the purpose of this video, all the thoughts and opinions expressed throughout this review are completely my own and of course completely impartial. But please do let me know your thoughts on this Q8 Pro folding treadmill. Is it something that you would consider buying? Or maybe it's just too big and bulky for your needs? Do let me know any questions, comments or even thoughts by leaving them in the comment section below. And not forgetting, if you enjoyed this video and you like tech and gadgets, then please show your support to the channel by leaving a like and of course subscribing as well. But until next time, thank you all for watching. Please do stay safe out there and I'll see you all at some point very soon. Thank you.